Hello again, it's Miss Jones from Sew with Miss Jones. Would you believe we are at the very last step? Well, a half a step plus the very last step that is on our apron. It's to put the ties in. But before I do that, I'm going to take my iron and I'm going to press across here. I want to make sure that I have a nice crisp edge here where my ties are going to go through. And then, you know, when I was sewing, I had it kind of scrunched up in my lap. And so I'm just going to get rid of the rest of those different pieces. And if you notice, my pocket is all on. I used that hemming stitch to put it on. And now I am ready to do the very last thing, which is to put in the straps. It does not say that you need a safety pin to do this particular step. And I tried it without it, and I think it's because the casing is wide enough you can do this. When I undid my straps, they were really had lots of wrinkles in them or bends in them, and rather than trying to press this with the iron, which you could, but you have to be careful because it could easily melt, I just took my hand and I just kind of, with some pressure, I pulled it through my hand like that. It's not going to stretch because it's a twill woven fabric, but it did kind of get the biggest parts of the bends out of my fabric. And this would be a good thing to do before you try to put your straps through, just because if there's a hard bend in there, it's going to be more difficult to get this through. So one of the things that you can do to get this through here easily is to use a safety pin. You want to make sure that you don't put your safety pin right at the very edge, because you could tear off that little part that has been sealed with like fabric glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold mine in half, you know, about an inch from the edge, and then stick my safety pin through. That's just so it doesn't tear it up. And then I'm going to push my safety pin through here, and I push with my right hand because I'm right-handed, and I grab the pin with my left hand. So the pin is in my left hand while I'm pulling back on my strap, and I'm almost to that end. Okay, and I want to bring quite a bit out because I do have to put this through the other side. So I'm going to leave maybe about, I don't know, 15-20 inches. I can always even this up a little bit later. I'm going to turn my apron around the other direction. And I want to make sure when I put this in that I don't twist this, because it's going to be a little harder to get it straightened out if I have it twisted. So I'm going to lay it down flat like that. Okay, so it's like a collar sticking up. And I know then that this is the part I'm supposed to stick in here. Again, push with your dominant hand, and then, or push, hold on to the pin with your dominant hand and kind of pull back with your dominant hand, and it'll slide through there. I tried this without using a pin, and it was really difficult. They don't tell you really to use a pin, but I think if you're careful and you don't yank too hard, you can do this without damaging your strap. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two ends and I am going to hold them together, and then I'm going to grab the neck. Let me scoot this down. I'm going to grab the neck and even it out so that they are about the same length. And I'm going to slide all of this up just a little bit because I know I don't need a neck strap quite that long. This apron is supposed to be adjustable, so you can leave this loose like this, or what I will probably do is once I have figured out where it fits the best on me, I think I'm probably just going to do a few stitches right across here, maybe use some back stitches right on that edge to keep it from moving around. But if you want to leave, you don't have to do that. I think I'm just going to do that because I'll be more comfortable with it. And I'm going to be the only one that's using it. So give me a sec, I'll put it on and you can see the final product. So here it is, my start to sew hand sewn apron. You notice I have my hand in my pocket. This was really a lot of fun. I don't do nearly as much hand sewing as I would like to do, and this was a chance for me to practice my skills again. I will tell you, although I haven't done it yet, I am going to put some stitches right here to hold this in the spot that I want it to be all the time, because when I picked it up by the neck strap, they all came out and I had to re-thread them through. So you might consider, once you have it fitted to your neck, you might want to put just a few stitches here, and that way it'll stay where you want it to be. So we're at the finish line. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm glad you came along with me. I hope that you have learned some new things about hand sewing, but also that you've learned to manage your time, understand directions, follow directions, and I really hope that you're proud of yourself that you have completed your apron. This is the last time I'm going to say bye for now.